Hey everyone, Ryan Gretsch here. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I've been with this station for 3+ years now, and I want to say for those who have been watching my station for quite a while, thank you for continuing watching. But if you guys did not know, for those who have been watching for the last 3 years, I have been a big WWE wrestling fan for the 30+ years now, and I've been at it strongly, and I really think the wrestling is really picking up as it is. And because of this, the reason I wanted to do this, I want to branch out a little differently on the station. And I do want to talk about last Thursday. There was a big pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia, Super Showdown. So here are some of the results from that show and my reaction. Okay, so I'm going to start this off by splitting it off into two different brands here, because we do have SmackDown that lives on Friday, and we do have Raw that's on Monday. But we haven't got the aftermath of the pay-per-view quite yet, but we have with SmackDown. So, oh my gosh. This last Friday was a whole bunch of, it was really shocking, in other words, because I did not know the results really until yesterday with all these results from Super Showdown. But Goldberg has defeated Bray Wyatt, the Fiend. Oh my gosh. But I wouldn't be surprised if they're building this up to WrestleMania. And there is a contender. I'm going to talk about that later on. But also, Bayley defended her belt against Naomi, and Bayley actually won her belt this as well for that. And because of SmackDown, with things going on, the match kind of ended a little short. We got the return of Sasha Banks. The boss is back. She interfered right away, so we got right away. It was a tag team match against Naomi and Lacey Evans. And I wouldn't be surprised, to tell the truth, if this drags out with Lacey, because I think Lacey might get another chance at WrestleMania. If not, I think this is the way they probably should do it. Maybe since all four of them are together, you should actually give them like a 4-way match. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Because of that, or even for this sake, because Sasha Banks and Bayley have been friends for quite a while now. If something were to happen there, maybe even that would be a big match towards WrestleMania. Sasha Banks against Bayley. They've been best friends for a while, and something's brewing up. I feel they've been tight though. I gotta say though. And New Day's lost their belts against Miz and John Morrison, which I was actually predicting that in the beginning. It was kind of heading towards that way last Friday, if you guys can kind of recall. And John Morrison is on the top of his game still. It's just amazing. I'm glad he returned back to the WWE, especially with the Miz, because if you guys can recall, for those who have been watching for a very long time as it is, John Morrison just recently returned and with Miz. And if you guys can remember, the Miz and John Morrison have been friends for a very long time. Back in when this all happened, there was a split and everything. But they have Miz and Morrison and make a great team, I gotta say. Now, what is it? Miz and Morrison. I think that's pretty funny and silly, but it's actually fun. They're having a great time out there. That's what really counts. And let me get to Braun Strowman, because he didn't really have a match at Super Showdown, but something did happen on SmackDown. Because he was this, they had a contract signing because with Shinsuke, because trying to get his belt back, trying to have his rematch. I thought there was no rematches anymore in wrestling. But now, since he made a big thing at the signing saying, I could beat all 3 of you. So she beat Shinsuke, Sami Zayn, and Cesaro. That's going to be a fun match. But I think Strowman could pull it off, I think, to win that belt back. But since Miz and John Morrison have won those belts, the next pay-per-view, believe it or not, is next weekend, called Elimination Chamber Match. And because of this, they want to put Miz and Morrison into that cage against other tag team. Okay, so let me explain this to you, because at the Elimination Chamber, they do have these chambers. There's 1, 2, 3. So there's 4 in a cage. And after a certain amount of time, I want to say it's between either 5, I think it's 5 minutes long. After 5 minutes, those opponents that are in the chambers, they will actually open. If they're still wrestling, because there will be 2 teams in that ring as it is already, someone else will come out. And it's you got to pin somebody in order for the match to continue. I'll eliminate the person, of course. And I like the Elimination Chamber matches because they're always fun. But having a tag team matches, it's going to be like one of the first matches to actually do this. It's going to be really fun, I got to say. So let me list off those opponents that are actually in that ring with Miz and John Morrison. So we got the Usos. We got New Day. We got Heavy Machinery. And we got the Lucha House Party. And we also have Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. And we also have Roman Reigns defeating King Corbin in that steel cage match. The cool thing about this too, on the SmackDown side, I also want to mention Mansoor, who is a hometown Saudi Arabia guy, defeat Dolph Ziggler. So I thought that it was really cool. And with that being said, let's go on the Raw side. And there's not much of an aftermath with Raw yet, since Raw has not taken place. It's on Monday. So let me go over the Raw results of Super Showdown. Okay, so moving on over to Monday Night Raw, since we do not know the aftermath quite yet, I'm going to give you some results here and some thoughts of what I have in mind for leading up to WrestleMania. This is my favorite time of the season because we are on the road to WrestleMania, and it's not far, it's getting here as it is. So right away, Super Showdown, Brock Lesnar defeated Ricochet, and I see this really building up with Brock Lesnar with a big match happening at WrestleMania, of course, because Drew McIntyre won the Royal Rumble. And I bet you this is going to be a really good match between Drew and Brock Lesnar. And I think Drew is going to win this match. It's just going to be like I can almost say, if you guys can remember from the last WrestleMania from last year, Kofi Kingston won the belt. Everybody was on their feet. Even I was. I thought that was amazing. He finally won that belt. And this is going to be the same case with Drew McIntyre this year. This is going to be the year for Drew McIntyre to actually win his belt for the first time, which would be really exciting. And moving on, we had Seth Rollins and Murphy against the Street Profits. And Rollins and Murphy were defeated, or victorious, in other words, over the Street Profits. Angel Garza over Humberto, which Angel won that match. The OC actually faced the Viking Raiders, and the OC defeated. I'm losing my words because I'm so excited because I can't wait to see what happens come Monday. But the OC defeated the Viking Raiders. And this is really just some of the stories now I thought was really interesting what actually happened at Super Showdown, because AJ Styles, we kind of saw that we thought he won that gauntlet match, but that exciting moment, oh my gosh, that feeling of the Undertaker came out and surprised everyone, and he was that last opponent, and Undertaker won the gauntlet match and won that big trophy. And that was just really cool. I love his interest. If you catch this recently, I put a video from the old school days I actually found in my library. I put it on my station. So if you take a look at my station, you can see what his interest is like. It's just, it gives you goosebumps, I gotta say. But once again, we thought AJ Styles won, but no, that's not the case. The Undertaker has won that gauntlet match. Okay, so one other match I do want to start watching me a little bit more is about Becky Lynch. That's right. She's still the champ. There's a lot going on in this case, I gotta say, because there is at the Elimination Chamber match that comes next week, there is a big match with this. We got, the cage is gonna be filled. We got 2 opponents in there, like again I said. Then we have the 4 pods, so that makes 6. And what's going on lately, Shayna Baszler, it's been really, I think I'm actually, in this case, I'm predicting she probably will win this match, probably. But her opponents that will be facing in there. So let me list the other ladies that are in this match. So we got Natalya, Liv Morgan, Asuka, Ruby Riott, and Sarah Logan. And I go for that reason, because Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, and Sarah Logan were a team back then. And now you see Ruby and actually Liv Morgan actually getting into it now. I'm quite interested in what's going to happen there. I bet you there's a match developing right there for WrestleMania, probably. Maybe it might be against the Riott Club that used to be against our Ruby, Sarah, and Liv. Maybe you might see a triple threat to see who might win over that match. Who knows? It's going to be really exciting, though. And it's going to be fun. I think this was a good Super Showdown. I didn't actually see it, but from seeing the results and everything, it was pretty exciting. Not too excited. I'm not really a big fan of Brock Lesnar, so I was kind of hoping that Ricochet would have won that match, but that's not the case. But I really know this is all leading up to WrestleMania, which is going to be here pretty quick, as he within, I think, under a month already. Actually, I think it's a little over a month. It's in between there, to tell you the truth, because the WrestleMania is actually lies in April. It's the first week. It's just really exciting. I love this time of the year because we call it the road to WrestleMania. So with that being said, leave some comments down below too, because this is actually my first time actually doing this. I've been really hyped to really try something like this on my station. And can you see from my smile? Oh yeah, I did want to add something too, because hold on. Take a look at John Cena picture for a second. And what do you think? Look anything like John Cena? No, he's got those bulky muscles. But anyways, I did want to mention too, because over on SmackDown on this last Friday, John Cena made an appearance, actually, believe it or not. And he was rumbling on saying, oh, I'm not going to make it to WrestleMania, I don't know. And he wasn't going to come. But towards the end of the night and everything, after his speech he gave, yes, what do we hear? Or actually what we do see is the lights going down. But in this case, you kind of know what's going to happen. No, it's not The Undertaker. That would have been cool anyways, though. But it's Bray Wyatt, believe it or not, the feed. And the feed actually came out. I thought that he was going to attack him, but he didn't. It's actually the first time he actually did attack his opponent after the lights come back up when he appears. But yes. Feed was pointing at that WrestleMania, so that means, yes, Cena will be at WrestleMania. That's going to be really exciting. I'm really excited about this WrestleMania. They're really building this WrestleMania hype really good. And the thing with Randy Orton, I've seen that a big match between him and Edge. I've seen Edge might have one more match in him at WrestleMania. So with everything that's being said like right now, give me all those comments. Tell me what you think. All those people are wrestling. How do you feel for my first time on here? I would love to continue doing this. And I'm built with energy right now, as you can see. I'm talking way too... I'm hoping you guys can understand my words, because I am talking a little too fast, a little bit, but I know a lot about this wrestling. I've been watching this for 30 plus years, and I think it's taken over once again. Towards the end of last year, yeah, it was a little slow because I didn't like what they were doing with Corbin and everything. I think a lot of people didn't like that, but things are really they really are looking up these days at the wrestling. So once again, I'm going to start wrapping this up, because I really could talk about the wrestling on and on and on and on and on and on. So I'm going to wrap this up and say my name is Arnold Kutch, and now thank you for watching. Make sure to give me the thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Bye.